Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes of Might and Magic 3. When we last left off, we were on the verge of taking this new settlement of New Dolere. Lots of things to do and stuff, of course. But now though, we're going to just get on with it. Apparently the town is somewhat defended. Shouldn't be a problem, however. The main issue is these things going invulnerable on me. But then again, I have the ability to resurrect myself, so I can afford to take some damage. I mean, that should be fine, right? Yeah. There we go. What's in this settlement? The answer? Absolutely nothing. We've got a town hall and that's it. We're going to need to construct additional pylons in order to get that going. I am curious, however, about this inexhaustible cart of ore around the corner. There's also a horde of gunslingers guarding this prison. That could be interesting. I think we should do that as well. We might better proc it this turn. So let's hit up this area first. Then we'll swing down here and we'll check out this horde of gunslingers and so on and so forth. We got Philip here who's running around with some angels. Might as well grab the Derek. Gold is good after all. And then we'll head up here as well. As for Ilmarin here, I know he's dropping off these dudes. Could grab the pen. Why not? Getting a little bit of increase to our armadillo production. We are very much locked by the lack of ore. And of course ore is a critical resource for this map because we need it to win. But, you know, still an issue. So, you know, we have to see what we can do. There is ore here. I can see now why this ever-pouring vial of mercury exists, because it does give you one way to win the map, right? Like, it's obviously a lot of work. Same for the... Wasn't there another one of these somewhere? There might be one here, actually. So, yeah, there's a lot to do. Okay, let's keep going. We can grab the ore here for now. We could hire the Master Genies just to get them out of our way. Why not? I mean, 5 ore is certainly something. Like, will that hit a break point? We can afford a citadel with that. A fort is a long way off. It will give us a bank, but again, do we want to spend ore for gold? Probably not. Any magic here? Not really. We only need the Magical 2 in order to get the upgraded Serpentarium. Which, we will want 1, I think. Which is probably going to be this one, because Crimson Coatls are obviously going to be a massive upgrade for us. So, like, getting all the extra upgraded dwellings is a nice luxury, but ultimately we can just use Town Portal, right? So, yeah. Let's see about this fight. We want to make sure we can handle it. We cannot resurrect things with Henrietta. We'll start off with the mass slow and hope they just don't roll into a better option. Send the Crimson Coatls in. So far, so good. Alright. Down you go. The luckiest of Crimson Coatls. Henrietta's luck skill coming in handy there. Mind you, that's a problem. Let's use Cure. Good call. Time to leave. Let's Cure again. And there we go. Had to do a little bit of spell casting there, didn't we? I have a big suspicion we're going to need to use Master Genies to get past something, because, like, why are they giving us so many ancient lamps otherwise, right? You know, surely. Let's see about this one. Oh yeah, well. Let's give him the slow. All of a sudden things will make sense. We can also just run from them. There we go. Seems good to me. That gives us another 2 angels. We need to make room for them, and we have. Fortunately, they just improve their own morale. The main issue, of course, is going to be the boots of speed. We're going to need to make room for these, though. We actually don't have enough money to pick up these Master Genies. That is unfortunate. We're going to have to wait for money to come in. It is what it is, unfortunately. I guess we don't need to pick it up now, unless I'm planning to do the Night Elves, which I'm not. So, the Grand Elves. Night Elves is a different game. Okay. We'll grab this. So, there's more conservatories around. There's obviously the vampires here. Those will need doing. Zounds of rust dragons guarding a scroll of some variety. This one I should clear just to open the road. Also, yes, these gold dragons would be another way to gain resources. Throng of ice elementals. Swarm of enchanters. So, another source of griffins. This prison does interest me. Okay. Let's teleport back to Larimar for now, because this will let me drop off the angel. Like so. We can also grab these extra halfling grenadiers. Why not? Literally a good thing to have. There we go. Might as well grab the remaining armadillos, actually. There we go. So we could go up this way with Henrietta. There's some cavaliers. That would give us a free stables. I mean, don't mind if I do. There's the throng of liches. We could probably handle those. Maybe. We'd need to split our coattles up, but maybe. We can give it a go. We do have a lot of stats, after all. Speaking of stats, do we want to attack you without spell points? I think not. So we're going to have you town portal to Rodwang, which does have a mage guild, of course. And you can just sit on the coattles, that'll be fine. You can even... boot swapping? No, we don't do boot swapping. Okay. Still, progress. We have access to a new settlement. Well, that looks like a place we can now go. Interesting. With this Grand Bar up here. I guess that's where Henrietta can go in the near future. Because that'll be where enemies approach from. You might as well dig this up, because you're going to be basically out of movement points anyway. I don't really have a lot for Ilmarin to do at this time. One thing you can do though is to visit this windmill. It does provide us with some gems. There's also some wood and gold hiding in the shrubbery. Excellent. Did have the wrong boots on this time, but can you handle the liches? The answer is you will be able to, once we do a little bit of reloading. Okay. So, Henrietta, please, if you could just split your coattles 3 ways. Excellent. And we just go invulnerable, and poke, go invulnerable, and poke, and go invulnerable, and give them a bite. Excellent. I guess the AI lost armadillos because it ran them forward to their deaths. Because, like, this shouldn't be difficult. There we go. We have the crypt. A free clear containing a crest of valor that may prove useful in the coming days and weeks ahead. Let's swap the boots for optimum movement speed. Wynota can now use our town portal to go back to New Dolere. Let's first engage the throng of Minotaurs, shall we? Let's make sure our boots are also properly equipped for this. Actually, that's still fine, because this is all wasteland terrain anyway. So we lost some Quaddles. Let's start with a weight. So we can get a nice double bite. And we'll cast Shield as well. And there we go. One resurrection and good as new. And there we go. There's another ancient lamp blocking our way. I'm thinking let's have someone else open this up now. Maybe Thulug here can move over. Possibly Henrietta. Either way, I just want to get this gunslinger open, frankly. Can I go through the gold golems? I'd prefer that, because it's more direct. Yeah. It's not gonna... Actually, it is faster to go this way, so let's do that. Again, we just give them a nice weight, so they don't get beaten up. I think we can be fine with just a shield, but let's see. These are so slow anyway, we can just do some weight tactics, right? Or at least a little bit of kiting. So far so good. And we've got, what, 37 hit points left? 15 hit points left. There we go, the shield was sufficient. Alright, gunslingers. There is a town gate there that could prove very useful. Let's go say hello to the gunslingers. Went fairly well, but we can of course make them forget everything, including the usage of guns. And now they'll just slowly limp towards us, ineffectually. As you can see. Quite straightforward, really. Let us now release this prisoner, shall we? We're not going to be able to... Unfortunately, the prisoner's not going to have enough movement to move this turn, but we can at least say hello. Hello, prisoner. And we have here Belinda, who's carrying a purse of infinite gold. Endless purse of gold, my bad. Does possess 3 schools of magic. Expert ballistics, a mage specialty. Starts with Master Genies, Archmagi, and Steel Golems. And possesses spells, including Resurrection. Doesn't possess Town Portal, but this could still prove useful. For example, you can't trade, but if I was to trade with you, I could take your Town Portal scroll and zap away and come back later, right? Like, seems reasonable to me. Just leave you on 1 Quaddle. Excellent. Okay, in that case, we can Town Portal over to New Dolere. We can even pick up the ancient lamp on the way. We do need to do that. The movement is going to be a little bit painful because I didn't take the Wayfarer boots, but I'll still take them. What's up here? While making your way up the slope of a steep mountain, you ran into a huge bronze statue of a warrior. How did this monument end up here in the middle of the wasteland? Before you could react, the statue suddenly moved. "Titans?" came a booming voice from the Colossus. "You are not Titans. Well, that's even better. I lost my sword in a fight with the Titans. Get it back to me and I'll let you pass." Fair enough. We need Titan's Gradius in order to get the inexhaustible cart of ore. So. Again, these ancient lamps are everywhere, aren't they? There is a magic well. That's useful to know that's there. There's also another subterranean gate. And the fact that these emblems of cogniscience are a thing. There's a whole underground layer I've barely explored. So that's a thing. Okay, well. Interesting to see, interesting to know. What to do right this moment is an interesting question also. Because we have a decent spellcaster here. I mean, at least decent enough. What offensive magic did he have again? Frenzy. He has expert slow right off the bat. He's a pretty capable character. Even his magic mirror. That'll be useful. We'll have to teach him some more spells over time, of course. It would be really good if this guy could be Scholar. Like, we need to level him up a bit, but... I guess we could see who the other prison has in time. For now... I suppose we can have him teleport over to here, and we can sort of, like, unite these armies. You know, so at least one person's running around with steel golems and archmagi rather than two. Maybe the other guy gets master genies, or just sort of have one tower army instead of two small ones, but that seems reasonable to me. Okay. 10 angels we need for that guy. So one thing as well this guy can do at any point is to explore the various things like mercenary camps and such. Also grabbing the these mines would be useful. We can get through here as well, which could give us some more angels. Okay, well... the imp cache will give valuable resources. Let's teleport back to New Dolere. We'll leave the Quaddles here for now. I suppose we could speed him up, actually. Yeah. Poor Wynona's somewhat deserted out here, but we'll manage. We could even check out what this quest gate has for us. Let's end turn. So this person's now just outright here. A very real and present danger. Let's make sure we swap boots properly this time. He probably needs resurrection to fight cleanly. I mean, that would be expected, right? Which means that's a job for Wynona. Which means we probably want her to be able to get back in time. I suppose we'll drop a save here. And see what this quest gate has for us. Okay, so that's fine. So we could just take this town gate and get out of here. Alright, well that works for me. So that brings you here. Good to know. Might as well grab this Quaddle. What do we want Belinda to do? We can have him take out one thing and then beam away, or possibly just, again, use that tower army we were thinking about using. Which is probably the answer. So let's actually have him town portal down to Arcadia as well. And we'll swap these armies over. I've left his tower army up there, but I guess we'll figure that out once we get things under control. Oh, we don't quite have enough movement. It's not the worst problem, but we'll just need to make sure we don't die. I'll just run over here. If that guy clears the gold dragons for me, I'm going to be absolutely fine with that decision. Okay, well, we'll stop by the mystical garden, making sure to use the pathfinding boots for that movement. Excellent. Now it's time for the Cavaliers to be destroyed. However, with a bit more wisdom and nous in this attack, we should be fine. So, let's go invulnerable and attack the Cavaliers here, and again, because we're still invulnerable. I mean, I'll take double hits from my Coatls. Excellent. Isn't it pretty? I think it's time for the Coatls to get out of here. And the grenades to fly freely. The stables have now been acquired. An excellent situation. Tenant of life there could be interesting. We could make use of that. Can I take this fight? Let's try. We'll obviously need to make sure we body block things properly. Can we hit them with spells? Of course not. Hit them with the Slayer. Okay. Shield it is then. Can I hit him with a offensive spell, perhaps? No meteor showers today. Very well. Let's go for Stone Skin then. I don't know those Coatls though. Let's see if we can do better. Or whatever. And teleport the halflings up here. Then hit this. It almost works up until these guys get bodied. Well, this attack is unnecessary, let's be honest. We can not do this. We can wait for a little bit more resources. Let's swap boats. We'll have Winona waiting in the wings for next turn. Meanwhile, you can dig. Getting a lady bit of luck. How handy. Also, we definitely need to pick up the things like this ore and stuff off the ground, right? Like, clearly. This windmill is also actually a high priority target because of our objective. But things are coming together. Looks like he didn't take the bait, eh? Well, we shall do what we can. This person is stuck on, the old difficult terrain issues anyway, right? So, shouldn't be much of a problem. Just rallying up the troops. Okay. Not quite enough. Very close. Not quite enough. Well. Let's do this. He's still trying to run for it. Killed the vampires for me. Well, let's do it, shall we? One last fight before the video's out. Doesn't go well, apparently. Well, let us wait for the inevitable attacks. So we can do hit and run stuff here, right? So we can jump in, kill that, jump back out, which we are definitely going to be doing. We did lose a coatl to the lightning bolts. A little bit of a speedy Ogre Magi moment, but we can sort of just re-slow, right? Don't get morale. Don't re-haste. These are illegal maneuvers. Well, time to start resurrecting things from the dead. Well, it's all quite rude, really. Didn't actually mean to do that, but I guess we got to see the Bloodlust cast. Let's try that again. Okay, I need to do better at that, because the Alt key makes it, fine. The Alt key makes them go into invulnerability. Oh, no. Not quite what I wanted. Load! Alright, attack! No, we don't want to apply the battle result. I could just charge in there. Start with the slow. Then we'll start cloning. Let's clone again. Morale? A little bit unfortunate, but we'll manage. Time for cloning. Haste at Ogre Mage are a bit intimidating, but we should be able to manage now over haste ourselves. And we can start resurrecting. There's just one stack left. So do we want to berserk it down? Do we want to bless it down? Clone it down? I'm just make sure I can't overspend mana here. Okay, we should be fine now. There we go. Wynonna has defeated the enemy Bangba and got the Shackles of War and a level and a quest card, which apparently we can now afford. Why not? We shall get this thing and the rocks, and next time we'll get this Griffin Conservatory. Thank you for watching. When we come back, more Heroes of Might and Magic 3.